They wanted to push the election.
I decided to run. Then I started hearing, oh yeah, you know what? These guys want to cancel the election. That can't be right. I kept hearing it. And finally they put it on the agenda as an ordinance change. As the city manager, I've read the city charter. It's what guides you. And you realize that they can't do this. This is wrong. The city charter in black and white says you can only serve for 4 years. And oh, by the way, this is when the elections take place. So these guys not only wanted to cancel the election, they wanted to gift themselves an extra year in office.
They kept on stating that was for the better of the city.
Everybody could get their votes
for voter
in.
turnout.
No. The only people that would benefit immediately is the people that voted for this, because they get an extra year in office, which is against the charter. They get another year to campaign, shake people down, to raise money. And secondly, you can't move the election. The charter says voters are the only ones that can decide when to move the election. These people put it on the agenda for a commission. It was approved 3-2. Then the Attorney General sends a letter to one of the commissioners that voted no and says, oh yeah, you can't do this. This is unconstitutional. This is illegal. So what happens? 2 weeks later, they put it on the agenda again and they voted it again. But before then, the Attorney General writes a letter to the mayor and says, oh, don't do this. Kind of like a cease and desist letter. I will use all my powers to make sure this doesn't happen. And in the meantime, the governor is doing interviews and on social media saying, oh yeah, don't do this, man. Don't do this. So after they passed the second time, I sued him. If I'm a politician and my governor and my Attorney General says, oh yeah, at least I'm going to say, let's defer this for a couple of months. So I sued him. I picked up badass law firm out of Tallahassee, and we went to court. The first trial court, the judge says, oh yeah, you can't do this in writing. It's unconstitutional. It violates the city charter, the county charter, and the Florida Constitution, a trifecta, and is illegal. I win, and then they appeal like 3 days later. In the meantime, you've got the Washington Post, the New York Times, the Washington Times, the Guardian, all writing articles, to your point. What's happening in Miami? You talk about a reputational black eye. Then you have the residents incredibly pissed off. Look, we're from here. We are a collection of people who have left countries because we can't vote. And now you're telling them in their own city, oh yeah, you know what? We're going to cancel the election. Hey, by the way, we're going to give ourselves another year. So these guys appealed. I go to the appeals court. 3-judge panel. Unanimous. You're wrong.
And that was it.
No. Then they appealed again. They appealed the appeal. The appeals court in the 3rd District Court of Appeals consists of 17 or 18 judges. They wanted all 17 to hear the case. No. Then they wanted to be referred to the Supreme Court of the state of Florida. No. So that's 5 times that they were told no. And then finally, like 2 weeks ago, they finally said, okay, we're having an election. In the meantime, they wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars because they had to hire an outside law firm because they didn't have the bandwidth to go to an appeals court. It doesn't make any sense.
A Day in Miami. Watch full episodes on YouTube and subscribe.